Definitely a presence here tonight to see Colin Herndon in his first.
The biggest cheer of the night so far, and here we go. Striking exhibition between these two. Herndon fresh back from Thailand to work on his Muay Thai. Nathan Vines making his debut. Right hand glances off the nose. Oh, low blow right there. Herndon catching Vines below the belt, and that'll lead us to a break in the action here. Tell you what, our first look at Nathan Vines looks okay so far.
Absolutely, he's definitely holding his own in there, and you know it's got to be tough coming in and hearing all of the crowd be behind your opponent. But I'll tell you what, as much as it energizes a fighter to hear the crowd get excited for them, it can be just as much fun silencing a crowd.
I used to love it in baseball. I was a pitcher, and if they booed me, it just fired me up. That was my favorite. Nice high kick there from Vines. Herndon lets a combo fly that's off the mark.
I'm liking Vines' jab. He's keeping it in Herndon's face. Right now, he's still walking into it because the fight is fresh, but it's going to start to wear on him.
It feels like Colin's having a tough time getting anything going until that 1-2 lands. And here he comes.
Definitely some heated exchanges. He's opening up with that kick just about for every combination, and I think Vines is kind of reading it. You know, you gotta mix it up a little bit, but you know that comes with experience.
It can't just be copy and paste every time. Eventually, they're gonna.
It can't be leg kick 1-2, leg kick 1-2 every time. There he goes, throwing a teep kick.
Up to the body. Couple feints, attacking the lead leg.
But then you have to wonder if the leg kick is going to wear on Vines through the course of the fight, you know. But he's definitely been able to counter off of it quite a bit. So
right now, I would say the jab of Vines has been the best weapon for either fighter. Looking for a kick to the body was Vines. There's a big right hand from Herndon.
He's got to keep his guard up as he's backing up. But I think he's trying to lure Herndon in because he's been so successful with that jab. That was a good teep kick. It gets all really going to hurt Red. Big overhand.
Vines has done a pretty good job of staying out of range. There's a nice right hand.
And that's why Herndon needs to you know, focus in those punches a little bit straighter, a little bit, you know, less telegraphed. These big overhands are going to be easy for Vines to read and counter. That was a good right hand from Vines.
Final 15 seconds. Nathan Vines picking up some momentum here at the back end of round one.
Both of them kind of missed in that one. Oh, and here's Herndon finding some success late in the round.
Well, that was a fun round, Victoria.
It really was. You really see Herndon finding success when he puts on that aggression. You know, he's eating a few shots coming in sometimes when he does that, but you know, when he's not stopping, it's not stopping, he's still coming, then he's catching Vines with some of those later punches, some of those later strikes. Whereas Vines being a little bit more measured, waiting for Red to open up so he can land those counter shots. Both of them have found success in this first round, and it's going to be who is still implementing that game plan as they go into the later rounds.
Well, a lot of jabs early on in the round for Vines kind of kept Herndon, you know, at length, and then what happened at the end, you didn't see as much of the jab, and Herndon was able to get inside a bit and land some big shots to finish off that round.
Right, definitely if I'm in Nathan Vines' corner, I'm telling him, stay on that jab, keep on that jab. You could see some of the change in Herndon when he's doing good, he's coming forward. When he's getting eat up with those jabs, with those shots coming in, his pace is slowing down. He's not coming forward as much. So it's going to boil down to, you know, can Nathan keep him at range or not?
Round number 2 underway. That first one, pretty tough round to score. I'm glad I'm not the one having to score it.
Me either.
Herndon.
In a little while, he needs to be careful.
And you could see Vines kind of laughing about it a little bit. I mean, Herndon's coming in, throwing everything he has at him, but hasn't connected with a lot.
Yeah, he's definitely overwhelming Vines here with that.
Yeah,
You know, it's kind of a risky game because it opens you up for shots, and also it's a pace that maybe you can keep, but maybe you can't keep throughout the remainder of the fight.
Yeah, I think that would be my biggest question. Can you do that for the next 6 minutes of action, 5:15? Herndon is finding his range a little bit better.
He's finding that jab, but it's not as flush. I think Herndon's kind of dipping his head. He may want to change that to an uppercut.
Colin
They're
Herndon.
both getting a little gas. The corners are calling for strikes.
Yeah, you can see it. This pace is wearing him down just a bit, especially Vines. Vines has really slowed his output down. He may be aware, though, that Herndon's throwing a ton here, and he's just trying to weather it, and then he'll pick it back up in the third. We'll see. It's not a knockdown. That's a push.
Little confusion with the rules there.
Again, that big overhand right from Herndon misses the mark. But you're right about it being the same shots over and over from Colin. He's kind of throwing the same things repetitively.
But it seems as Vines is kind of losing some of his gas, Red is definitely finding his home more often. But Vines is definitely still in this fight.
Both guys.
And it can be hard to open up when someone's throwing wild shots at you. You just don't want to open up because there's, these big bombs coming at your head. And so it may be the reason he's being more measured. It may not be his gas tank.
Well, solid right hand landed a moment ago for Nathan Vines, but you can definitely tell Nathan has slowed down. Colin has slowed down just a bit himself here at the back end of round 2.
And that, of course, comes with the experience. Learning, what pace you can maintain throughout a fight can, really shape you as a fighter. Oh, a big right hand landed for Vines. I say that's another difficult round to score. I'm kind of leaning more towards Herndon, but they both had good exchanges there.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't pick one in round 1 for sure. The second round, I would say Herndon, just because of the output, really. It wasn't anything special that he did right there. That was just a working round, though. He stayed on it the entire time.
Good footwork from Vines there. He's able to slip that and throw a jab on the way out, but he's just not, just doesn't have the volume that he had in round 1.
Shout out to the AKA Ring Girls. Big thank you to them for helping us out here at AKA 29. Sponsored by, I believe, the East Bank Mafia and the guys over at Bojack. Shout out to Bojack. They've become one of the mainstays here in Shreveport and everything they've done to help this community, not just with the food they provide, but they give back to this community. So shout out to Bojack's and company. I've been big fans of theirs for a while and a big sponsor here at AKA as well. All right, so third and final round. We've got a tight one between Nathan Vines and Colin Herndon. Final 3 minutes coming up.
Yeah, it's going to come down to who wants it here in round 3.
Who's got more left in the tank is one of my questions. Herndon lands a nice right hand. Kick to the body from Vines is countered by a right hand of Herndon. Again, big shot over the top from Herndon, unable to find its mark.
And you can tell that Vines is looking to counter off of some of those big punches, but Herndon just keeps coming. And he's dipping his head, and he's moving in awkward ways sometimes, and it makes it hard to find that counter shot. And that, in turn, can make you a little bit more tentative with your strikes because you feel like, I'm missing, and that, in turn, brings your output down. Both
Good
chopping at each other's legs.
Yeah, then a kick to the body, and then follows it up with another leg kick, does Vines. Oh, Herndon almost clipped him. Slight trip there as well from Vines.
Yeah, it's hard to tell whether it clipped him good or he got caught up in the cage.
I think he hit him, but it was definitely a trip.
A little bit of both, maybe.
A little bit of each. Left uppercut there from Vines misses the mark. And that's one thing we haven't seen. You kind of called for that earlier. He's been throwing a lot of that jab, maybe a lead uppercut or something.
Yeah, it's really an adjustment you want to make when you have an opponent that's dipping their head. When he goes to throw those overhands and his head leans down and forward, sometimes it's easier to throw the uppercut because you're going to miss with the jab. I have to say, I think that Red got a little bit more in the gas tank left. He's still pressuring forward, and sometimes that can win you the fight in the judge's eyes, even if you're not landing as much as is perceived.
Well, a couple of big shots did land right there for Colin Herndon. Red, as they call him, and I just heard some "Let's Go Red" chants breaking out over here behind us. The crowd has definitely showed up for Herndon. Final 35 seconds remaining. Ooh, that hurt him. That was a teep right to the body, and there's a big wince on the face from Herndon.
I think Vines may have thought he got him a low blow because he kind of waved his hand out. I'm not sure. But it definitely doesn't seem to be affecting him.
Yeah, I didn't know if he was saying that was low or he was saying I got you right there. Either way, final 15 seconds, and Herndon's turning it back up. A close fight, Victoria. I mean, from start to finish, both guys showing some good skill. I thought the jab of Vines early on was tremendous. Really, the output of Colin Herndon is what may have got this done, though, in the end.
Yeah, and I think both of them put on a good performance. They can both definitely take things away from this fight as far as what they did good, what they need to improve on. You can really see Colin had a lot of aggression, but he was, I don't know if this makes sense, he was chasing Vines around the cage. Whereas as you get more experience, you want to look at ways to cut people off so that they can't make you chase them around the cage in a big circle. But, that's going to come with experience. He definitely showed that he's more than just a jiu-jitsu practitioner. He showed some very good, technique out here tonight. So he's got room to improve, but he also did a great job. Same thing with Nathan Vines. He looked good. He had good footwork. He was cutting a lot of angles. Just wasn't able to find, a home for some of his strikes, a high enough output, something he could work on. Yeah, and they both did a great job.
I think it was probably the gas tank of Vines that got him a little bit towards the end.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of modified mixed martial arts action, we are going to the judges' scorecard. All 3 judges have seen this bout the same way, therefore declaring your winner by unanimous decision. Fighting in the red corner, Colin Herndon.
So there you have it. Colin Herndon does take home the unanimous decision victory. I think probably the right call here, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely not an easy fight for the judges to score, but I think his aggression really won him the fight. He did a good job, kept pushing forward, certainly showed toughness.